Good morning, everyone. Glad you could be with us. I am Derek Dioria. I'm the Executive Director of WCEDA, and we're excited to share this information with you today. We hear all the time from local businesses that they'd like to get more connected with students and the youth around the county, and not quite sure how to do it or the types of activities and things that they can do. So we put this event together, and we've developed a model in partnership with our school counselors and school leadership that we think is just a really useful tool. So we're going to talk about that and how to just how to best navigate things. So we've got Lisa Pavett, who works for us here. Her title is Inspire Program Manager. Really just works with all the schools throughout the county and the counselors to connect with businesses and business opportunities. We also have with us Chris Trottier, who is the Director of School to Work Opportunities through the Elkhorn Area School District, and he and his colleagues at the other schools have just been really wonderful partners and helped us develop this. So that's really all I have to say. I'm going to turn this over to Lisa and Chris.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I am going to be talking about the Wisconsin Digital Jobs Board. If you haven't heard of it, it's a place where students can go and look for job opportunities such as summer jobs, youth apprenticeships, things of that nature. So I'm just going to show you how to log on and create an account. So the first thing that you need to do is go to the website and type in www.jobboard.com and get to the site and then register your company on the jobs board. So you will create an account for yourself. And then once you create that, you can go to employers and you can post a job. So click on that tab and then it will come up for what type of job posting you want to do. It's going to be a 365 job posting, which is free to you guys, something that we provide for you. And then it's going to go down to the settings tab. So this is where you're going to put in what type of job that you're going to be posting. And here we're doing a sales associate. And then if you have multiple locations, you can put the location of this job opportunity. So this job happens to be in Lake Geneva. And then the company name is going to go here. And then it's going to ask you if you'd like to include your company logo. And if you would, you can attach that there. And then position type. So here we're going to be doing a sales position. And the career cluster comes under marketing and sales, and it is part-time. And then you enter the job description here, what the student will be doing on the job. And then if there's any job requirements, whether heavy lifting or a certain age requirement, you would add that under these comments here. And then the job details, how long the job is, whether it's a year or 3 months for a summer job, things of that nature, excuse me. Then the required time, if there's a minimum education or experience, the job salary you can post if you like, and that it is an entry-level position. And then the workplace type, is it on-site, hybrid, or remote? And then the location, here is where you're going to put the location of the job position. So here you're going to fill out the information off to the side here, and the county is Walworth County. And then as far as contact information, this is where you who are filling out this application is going to go there. And then here's where you're going to put who is going to be receiving the application and the resumes once the student sends it into the company. So then you completed the first page. So right now the next page is going to show some upgrades, which is not something that you need to do because we're just providing this at no charge. So I would hit no thanks at that point. And then it'll come up to the next page where you can review your posting. And then if the posting looks good, they just hit submit order, and that is it. So then I'm going to take you to a place where you can edit your job posting if you'd like to edit it. So you're going to go under employees in my account. And it's really pretty self-explanatory here. Here it's going to show you all the different options of what you could do to update your company posting. You could pause it if maybe you're going to be out of town, you're not going to be able to take any applications. Stop it if you filled the position already. If you want to change the duration of the job, this is where you can do all of that information. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell as far as filling out the digital jobs board. I think most of the students in the county are going to be looking at this to look for summer positions. So it's a great opportunity for you to post what you're looking for the summer or during the school year. Okay, to you, Chris.
All right, well done, Lisa. So just to give you a little from the school perspective. So my name's Chris Trottier. I'm the director of school to work opportunities. I spent a lot of time in obviously the strategic partnership space. And I'm just working to, along with my peers in Walworth County and WCEDA to obviously fill the pipeline and make sure that our students have full access to opportunities in the county. The jobs board was adopted 2 years ago by Elkhorn School District in partnership with Muskego and Mukwonago High School and School District. It has now grown into Whitewater and Delavan, but because it's a web-based, we are encouraging all students in the county to use it. I know our friends in Bigfoot and East Troy are directing their students to it. So if you are looking to post an entry-level position, I would strongly encourage you to use that platform. And kind of just give you a little example before I jump into what a youth apprenticeship is, which is one tool you have to hiring students. This past summer, there were two companies, great companies, local companies, who were looking for welders, and they used the jobs board. Now, when you're looking for entry-level position, I would ask all of you on here, how do students know you're looking for entry-level positions? They're not on Indeed. I don't know if anybody reads the paper anymore. That's where you post it. So the idea behind this was to give a platform for all students to use and all employers to use for entry-level or youth apprenticeship positions. So we had I'll give you an example how effective this can be. We had two employers looking for entry-level welders. I saw the posting. Kids saw the posting. Immediately, my peer, my colleague and friend, Mr. Mike Dolly at Elkhorn High School, we went into full. We have plenty of kids who are interested in welding. In fact, at Elkhorn High School, we have over 200 kids in welding classes. We immediately then ran a list from our school information system, what kids took that course. We then used that information and then sent that message out to all families. And within 2 or 3 days, we had probably 15 inquiries and at least 10 kids applying. And now both of those places have at least 3 each youth apprentices in entry-level welding positions. So I guess the kind of the point of that story is when we know, we react, and it's not just us, and the schools are open for business. This is something that a lot of schools are driving towards to try and engage kids and create the conditions for kids to go work. So thank you, Lisa, for that great presentation on the how-to. And again, I would encourage everybody to use this. If you have a lot of entry-level positions in hospitality management, building construction, or any of those seasonal positions. But even beyond that, I would use this for any entry-level position. We are promoting this and marketing this and getting in the hands of our kids. So, so besides just hiring kids like you would any other time, I'm just going to hire a kid for a summer position. Well, some of these positions can turn into youth apprenticeships. And I don't know if everybody's familiar, but we always use opportunities to tell the youth apprenticeship story. We had a great meeting with Gateway Technical College in January, where we had probably over 40 employers who are currently using youth apprenticeship as a tool to fill their employment needs. I believe, and Derek, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe we've had approximately, on average, the last 3 years, 114 employers have YAs, according to the DWD, Department of Workforce Development website. So youth apprenticeship started back in 1991. It's funded and supported by the Department of Workforce Development. It's a 1 or 2 year program. As soon as a student becomes a junior or senior, so the day after they conclude their sophomore year, they can become a youth apprenticeship, or youth apprentice. All schools in Walworth County are encouraging students to take advantage of this opportunity. I can tell you, in the state of Wisconsin, I believe that the youth apprenticeship program has gone from approximately 3,000 students enrolled statewide. This is 2022 to 2023, to well over 5,500. So it is a significant increase in students who are seeking employment. And let's be honest, I've been a high school principal for 16 years, been an administrator since 2004. And even if you go back to when I was in high school, everybody wanted to just find a job. There were kids who wanted to find jobs. And we have great kids with great work ethics who want to do the right thing and want to be employed. So I show you this, and you'll have access to this. I wanted to, because as much as I'm an employee of the district, my office is in WCEDA's office. I'm also an advocate and voice for all schools that are doing this. So I can tell you that I work closely with my friend Mike Rick. Congratulations to him and his wife, who just had a baby girl this weekend. Obviously, Mr. Mike Dolly, but I can tell you, all of us on this list are connecting regularly to talk about how to connect with our partners. And so I can honestly say all of us are open for business. I hear multiple times about youth apprenticeships. People automatically connect this with the building trades, welding. No, we have kids in accounting, in marketing. We have kids in hospitality management. We have kids in CNAs and healthcare, and we have kids working at Walgreens as pharmaceutical techs. I can keep going. And this program, again, is overseen by the Department of Workforce Development, and it has a lot of benefits. But so all of these contacts, if you need them and you know a kid's in your area, feel free and reach out to me if you have any questions. I will definitely connect you with any of my colleagues at these schools. We have been meeting once a month to talk about how to better connect with our local employers, but also employ kids. So youth apprenticeship, key components. So if you're interested in youth apprenticeship, now there are approximately, I think, 11 to 12 pathways for kids to take advantage of. Students can do be a youth apprentice for 2 years, minimum 1 year. Again, they can do that starting one day after their sophomore year as a junior or senior. These are all the areas where kids can complete youth apprentices, be a youth apprenticeship. You can see the list is very long. It's broad there. And if you click on that, we don't need to do that now, but I can tell you, we can just about find any job in your organization that will crosswalk with a youth apprentice pathway. So I would encourage you to explore this, click on this, and ask questions. So why do we encourage youth apprentice? Well, it's basically, it allows you as an employer to have a student under the age of 18 to fall under the student learner exemption, which means kids can basically do more under your insurance policies. So basically, we have kids all the time who are in welding and machining and fab, doing all the necessary employment opportunities and roles and using the equipment. We have kids in building construction who are on ladders and using saws and all the tools. For some of you who don't have that type of thing, this allows kids to work there, and it gives it's an agreement with the employer that, hey, they're under this certified program. They follow under these specific youth employment guidelines and laws. Many companies will only allow kids to be under the age of 18 and be a YA. We have one partner in Delavan who didn't realize he could do this. He called his insurance company. Insurance company said, if they're a YA, you can hire him. He has had 3 YAs and once continued to serve as a full-time employee. So this is a great tool, but it's not the only tool. Like, we can hire kids, and you can hire kids just like you always have, as summer employment or just as internships and traditional summer, just hiring kids. So I would encourage you to explore those. We encourage everybody to have skilled mentors. We believe that coaching and training kids is important. I don't know if everybody realizes this, but as a father of 3, kids are a little different than what I grew up in the 80s. So when they say communicate, that's Snapchat. When they say we had a conversation, that's Instagram. I'm like, well, did you talk to me? Did you talk to him? Well, yeah, I did. I sent him a text. Well, okay, but they want you to call in when you're not there. Yeah, I know, I communicated with him. Yeah, so having these type of conversations with kids is really, really important. As the father of a gonna-be 19-year-old, I think I finally may have figured it out, but I don't know. So those are really important conversations to have with kids. So having a mentor that they can go to, they can talk to, is really important. The position must be paid in at least minimum wage. I know my friend and colleague, Mr. Dolly's on here. We're seeing about an average pay hourly wage of about $15 an hour in Walworth County. It continues to go up. So just be mindful of that. If you do hire a student and want to convert that into a youth apprentice, then they have to complete 1 year in order to earn the certificate, which is a state certificate, and that's 450 hours. The second is 900. Yeah, it's just 450 times 2. So pretty simple. The power of this on why you're really building that next crop of trained, skilled employees, they have to have related instruction while they're a YA. And it must be at least 1 high school related course to that pathway or 3 college credits. So it's really powerful because you get kids who are like, ooh, I really want to be a welder. And I'm like, well, you took a half a credit of welding. Yeah, but I'm an expert. Or a kid wants to go into hospitality management. Well, did you take any hospitality management, marketing, culinary, whatever it may be courses? Well, no. Now we use this as a conversation to increase their skill set. Employers must complete the curriculum guidelines for all programs. You're saying, what the heck is that, Chris? It's just the on-the-job learning guides that I just clicked on. So if you click on that, you'll see skills in there. We do performance evaluations. We do those every about 40 days with kids. We also serve as a liaison to the employer and the family and the school. So it's nice for all employers that when you bring the school in, I just got a wonderful email from a local employer who said, something's going on with this kid. He's not performing like he usually does. Well, I can have a different conversation because of FERPA. I can't share everything with the employer, but I can serve as a good liaison between the employer, the family, and the kid to have that conversation to make sure and say, and I'm kind of direct with the kids to say, dude, you're not showing up on time. Call the mom and say, your son's not showing up on time, or just find out maybe something's going on at home so we can really pull over for this kid. But those performance evaluations are great because kids get graded. So if a kid's not doing what they're supposed to and they get graded on this, it's on their transcript for life. The kids will earn a state-issued skill certificate. We have opportunity to bridge into registered apprenticeship program. That's not always an issue, but in certain fields it is. But I think the other important thing is the employers get plenty of celebration, marketing, coaching, and support. So you continue to, we have plenty of employers who have taken advantage of YAs, and people know them, and kids know them, and our teachers know them. And when there's an opening, they go, directly to them and see them as a destination for on where they want to be employed. I'll pause there. That was a lot. And I haven't even finished my coffee. Any questions before I keep going?
With the posting of the job on the job board, do you know if the job board links to any applicant tracking systems externally? Or is this going to be a separate posting?
It's a separate posting. I'm aware of any other connection to it. So
Okay.
I'm on a.
good question.
I know that there've been some companies that have really looked at, in particular, the youth apprenticeship and kind of measured a return on investment there, and are seeing some real benefits. And as you said, there can be some challenges with, you know, some needs for mentoring, but once you get that squared away, it can, and the right fit with the right student, I think it can be really a return on investment. And I don't know if you want to touch on that real quickly,
Yeah, I
or
think
if you're going to touch on that later.
I know Lisa and Michael were in that same meeting. Jake Sims from SPX Flow, who's had a strong apprenticeship program. He anticipated, he stated in our meeting in January that when he dug in and did the math, he figured he was saving about, every time he hired a YA, he was saving about $15,000 to $20,000. And many of his kids have also stayed on as future employers. So I know our friends at Stebnitz Builders have they've hired I think right now 3 of their expert master carpenters, or 1 or 2 of them for sure, they're in just about their entire younger generation of employees who are serving as carpenters were all YAs at one point. Precision Plus has a marketing YA. I know our healthcare spaces have been very aggressive, especially in senior living, and getting kids CNAs because they get reimbursed, and then hiring our kids. There's great cost savings because obviously you don't have to worry about insurance or retirement benefits or anything that comes with it. It's just a straight hire, but at the same time, you're got a great opportunity to train the next set of employees. So.
Great, thank you.
All right, we'll move to the next slide. So these are the 3 career clusters, which we just went through. Protective services is coming on. They added the business management and education piece. We've been placing kids in administrative assistant positions. So if you're looking for a receptionist or administrative assistant, they fall underneath there. Protective services, obviously, if you're in that area, coming. Distribution and logistics has been a popular one, getting kids in the packaging and shipping. STEM marketing has been also a popular one. Manufacturing, infotech, if you're looking to train the next group of kids in information technologies, it's a great one. Hospitality, lodging, and tourism. I have 2 kids placed at Lake Lawn. Health science is popular, finance, business management, arts AV. I don't have anyone there, but architect and construction, and an ag, food, and science. So I would encourage everybody to go to those OJLs, and I would go in there and click on there, because once you click on those, you will then be able to dig into all the specific pathways where you can see where the jobs lie. And it will also show you, it'll give you a PDF or a Word document. You can look in there and see all the specific outcomes they want for kids. So it's pretty helpful. These are just going to be hyperlinks for you. I'm not going to go through this. Youth apprenticeships are employees. Again, some YAs are, thank you, Mr. Dolly, for posting the OJLs in the chat. Some YAs are minors. Some kids may be 18 in their senior year. DWD has specific employment laws related to minors. When in doubt about anything related to hiring minors or what they can do, here's the links. We didn't add this contact, but if you call me or email me, I can directly get you connected to John Keckhaver. He oversees all the YAs. Lisa and I and Mr. Dolly have presented with him on numerous occasions at Snap-on, on this platform in October. He's very receptive. He's very responsive. And then if you're a specific, but these are all great links. And then here's the manufacturing construction, a little bit deeper dive into some of those specific equipment and access kids could use. So I would just encourage you to take advantage of this. They're great resources. If you decide to have a YA, basically the paperwork is managed by the school district. If you're at Elkhorn, and I think my friend and colleague at Delavan's going to adopt the same thing, we've gone to a CRM to manage all our paperwork, so a customer relation management system. Other school districts do it from paper, which just requires some signature. And there's just literally one document you need to worry about once you hire the kid, and that's the process. It's very simple. Post on the jobs board. That gives you full access to over 1,000 kids in Walworth County who are looking for jobs. We'll encourage them to use it. You hire them. If you think it falls within a pathway, we'll keep an eye on it. We will then start the paperwork. All we will do is in Elkhorn, we will send you an email. It's a no reply that has a digital signature. It takes you all of about 30 seconds, and then you're done until the end of the 450 hours. We then have to do some paperwork on our end, which is a student registration form. If you are outside of Elkhorn or you hire somebody from another school district, they will just send you a hard copy and you'll just have to sign it. But that's it. There's nothing else. It's only a signature. And throughout that, we then just do evaluations. Again, at Elkhorn, they're digitized. The kid completes 14 little criteria. You do it. You compare it. You talk with the kid. You continue to mentor the kid and support the kid. All right. We're here to help. And at the end, I just completed a youth apprenticeship, the on-the-job learning guide. It took us a total of 8 minutes to complete. So, and then we just a little bit of a post-completion survey. It's not that big of a deal. But again, the cool thing is the school districts manage all this paperwork. It doesn't change anything you do. The school districts mentor the kids. The school districts support you as employer. The school districts help you connect with kids. The school district, we will all help you. So if you are looking for if you are looking for employees, we are open for business. I will tell you, it is always, for those of you who remember your social studies courses, I'm a former social studies teacher, so I tell stories. And so we had two employers. The first one, a very large local employer who came in and observed the Elkhorn area school district automotive facility. And on their way out, they said, I'm completely embarrassed because I've been posting to Indeed and I didn't know you had 15 kids who could do all of this stuff. And they literally are turnkey ready to step on the floor and start turning wrenches. It's that simple. I had my other favorite question is, this one always comes up. Why don't schools teach the trades anymore? And I'm like, well, every school district I know of has a strong building construction program. Our school districts are gearing all of their programs to specific career pathways, making sure kids are taking dual credit courses, and have identified a specific person to serve as a liaison to all employers to help you meet your employer needs. I would strongly recommend, and Lisa and Derek and Michael, please chime in here, so I'm not on an island by myself. The biggest challenge we see with employers is their communication and lack thereof. Once a kid applies, or once I email them and I see a vacant position, it sometimes takes weeks for them to reply. So that is probably the biggest challenge with most employers that we see on our end, is communication. Our best employers usually respond in 24 to 48 hours, if not 72. They're always available. They're always working in a symbiotic relationship with us. They're like, hey, Chris, you got a kid? Yep, I'm on it. I just got an email this weekend. Michael, we got to talk. A local employer looking for some kids that they want to do YAs. I replied, yep, I'm on it. I'll find some kids for you. It's that simple. It is like, but what we do find is kids will go apply. We won't hear from them for 3 weeks. The kids are like, well, why aren't they interested in us? What are they doing? So that would be my only feedback. Lisa, Derek, Michael, anything you can add to that?
No, I agree, Chris. And usually when we reach out to you guys with a student, they are interested in the position. And this is also part of the soft skills. It's a way for them to learn how to respond, whether they get the position or they don't get the position, or they can come in for an interview. So it's also a way for the students to learn the soft skills for their future. So it's really important for you guys to communicate with us and get back to us, whether it's a yay or nay. So.
And I guess I would just say, I understand sometimes the reluctancy because, there's this perception of young people that, potentially they're, difficult to work with or train or whatever. And, certainly there are cases like that, but this is the more that we do and work with the local businesses, we're just going to all be able to help fine tune this system and I think make it better for everybody. So, it definitely does require more time up front and sometimes, it's a little bumpy, but as Chris said, as we work with more employers and fine tune this system and that it really can be super beneficial. And, from an economic development standpoint, I mean, we're really worried about getting, young people interested in local career options. And so, these platforms that we talked about today, I think are a really important step in doing that. And if we can all kind of jump in and start working on that, I think, as we go forward, we're going to see more and more benefits of it. But yeah, I realize everybody's, overwhelmed and short staffed. So sometimes it seems like, geez, I don't know, do I want to take this on with a student that may, be challenging? But as Chris said, we have a lot of great partners throughout all the school districts, the counselors who are, continue to work and mentor the students. And it really, from 5 years ago, it's been really dramatic, I'd say, in terms of, just the number of students and the quality and the system continues to get fine-tuned, and give a lot of credit to the schools and to Lisa for working with the schools and the businesses. So.
And on top of it, again, the whole point of this was, how do I fill my summer hires? Post them on the jobs board. Post them on the jobs board. And after you post, if you want to come in, I know at Elkhorn, I can speak for my friend, Mr. Rick. I know he will do this. If you want to then, come in, here's an example. I have a local employer who I will be reaching out to in the next couple of weeks, who's adamant I'm only hiring 18-year-old kids. I am going to, and Michael Dolly and I are going to identify kids that fit his profile. I will invite him in as an employer in a small room to present, talk to the kids, possibly interview the kids, fill out the application right in front of them, take it. And there he's filling that pipeline of kids. We had Mr. Dolly worked tirelessly to get 7 kids to interview at a local, with a local employer. We chased them down, made sure the kids got the applications in, submitted, called, scheduled the interviews. So we are always looking for creative ways to partner. The jobs board is for you for all entry-level positions. The kids won't know that you're looking unless they can see it and apply. They're not on Indeed. They're not looking in the, I'm going to date myself here, the green sheet of the Journal Sentinel. Take advantage of this. Use this. It's free of charge. We're here to help. And let us know how we can help you fill your employment pipeline, because if we're willing to do anything. We have a strategic partnership with Aurora starting next year where they're going to employ 5 kids in various positions. We have strategic partnerships with local hotels, local hospitality management. We're always looking to create these opportunities to fill those needs. So you can look at this. These are just good recommendations for any mentoring position. It's crucial. It's a key part to it, but you can read that on your own. I don't think there's anything else we need to cover here. I guess, out of respect for your time, we're going to probably open it up for questions. What are your thoughts, Derek and Lisa?
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And I would just, I guess one quick comment is, as much as all the counselors will work with the kids to mentor them if there is a little bit of a bumpy start, sometimes it's just not a good fit. And so particularly with the youth apprenticeship program, the employer's not obligated, right? It's just like any other employee. If it doesn't work out, they can essentially say, we'd like to have another student or something like that. But again, we try to work with them initially, but it's not like you're stuck, for the whole 450 hours if it's not a good fit.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of, I've had, unfortunately, some, not many kids based on the mentorship and the communication, who have not been successful, but the communication is key. Communication is key. I'm sure every employer has kids who apply, work there a day and never show up again. So, I mean, adults, students, those things happen. But the good news is, Derek, to your point, we're serving as a liaison to prevent that from happening, and coaching and guiding and help managing and ensure the kid's successful. Before I hand it back over to my friend Lisa, I'll be monitoring the chat. So if you have any questions, and my contact information is at the front of the first slide, and I will put it. I'll have Mr. Dolly and I will put our contact information in a chat so you can have it readily available. And thank you for the opportunity. And if you have any questions or are looking to do a massive hiring, give us a call.
All righty. Thanks, Chris. Well, I have something exciting to share, something new that we've been working on at WCEDA. It's called Career Connect Learning, and it's going to be a new way for the businesses to connect with the students, and also for the students to connect with the businesses. This program is basically run by the businesses, so you guys are driving this new program, and it's a place where businesses can go and put types of learning experiences they'd like to participate in during the year. So let's get started on how to register for this events that we have going on. So it's an application just like the one you did for the jobs board. So basically we're going to put your company contact information in along with your email and your contact phone number. And then here's what type of career-based learning experiences you want to participate in. So whether you want to do a company tour, youth apprenticeship, teacher company tour, school career fairs, things of that nature. The school career fairs will be something that the schools will post on our calendar. So it's something that you can join on our calendar when they post them. And then we go down to the different career clusters that are going to be featured on this calendar in this new program. So all of the ones that are available now. So here's where you will indicate what type of career cluster you are in. So say you're in hospitality. We're in hospitality. They have human services. You have marketing and administration. You have information technology. So you could indicate all of those types of career pathways that you have within your organization. And then if you have a specific jobs dress code at your position for the students to apply and wear to the office or manufacturing facility. And then if you filled out the different cables opportunities, here are some some areas that you need to fill out, whether how many students you can accommodate at your location, what dates and times are best for you to host these students. So we're looking at anything from September through June that if you know times, like if you know manufacturing month is October and you want to facilitate some job shadows at that time, you can indicate I'm available in October from such and such a time and how many students you can accommodate. And then same goes for a small group job shadow. How many students can you accommodate at your location? The typical job shadow is about 2 hours, but you could also do it longer, but here's where you would indicate that there. And what days and times work best for you. So if you know when you'd like to host one, you can indicate Tuesday, October 14th from 9 to 12. So you can indicate that there, or you could say to be determined. And then if you indicated you were interested in a youth apprenticeship, here's you would put the specific information pertaining to the job, as much detail as possible, and when you would like this youth apprenticeship to start. So if you can put that information there, that would really help get the students involved. And then here is where if you like the teachers to come in and tour your facility, which is really good because they can take that back to the classroom. So here is where you would indicate if you are interested in that and when is a good time for you to do that and how many teachers you can accommodate. And then here is where you would, the business would reply to the schools when they post what they are interested in doing, such as career fairs, company visits. They will be posting on this jobs board, or excuse me, on this career calendar when those things are going to be taking place. And then you can go in and register for those types of opportunities, and you'll be able to get a calendar reminder so you know when you've signed up for it in case it's like a few months in advance. So that's pretty much it as far as filling out the application for this new career-based learning program that we're putting together. And now I'm going to take you to the calendar so you can see what it looks like. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go to our website. No, not yet. We go to our website at walworthbusiness.com. Okay, and once you get to that, okay, then you would go to our events portion, and then you would see our upcoming calendar. So here is, we've got some just demo accounts in here. So here's where the schools can go and filter by career-based learning experience, location, pathway, things of that nature. So let's just say we're looking for a large company tour. So they can page through the calendar, see if there's anything available. Well, there is one in August at Lake Geneva Meets. Or say they're looking for a different type of opportunity and small group job shadow, they can go and see if there's anything available for that, and they could sign up for that. Or they can go by career pathway. So let's say they're looking for something in construction, so they can go and check what is available in construction. And it looks like we have one at Wausau Homes. So they can go and look at the full details on this job experience. How many students are available to go to this job shadow? And then the career architect counselor will put in their name and their information to be, you know, if the company needs to reach out to them at all. So they would put their information here in what school they're located in. And then here's where you would put, the teachers would put the student's name, what school district they're with, and what grade level they are in. So they can do that as many times as many students as they have available that they want to do this career job shadow, and there's only a limit of 4. So there's only 4 people that can do it. So anyway, and then if you're interested in doing an Inspire opportunity with the schools, here we're looking at an opportunity for a career fair. Della Vendarian is hosting a career fair, so you can go in and register for this career fair. And then we're really excited about this tool because it's going to be an easier way for the schools to look and see what opportunities the businesses are presenting. And then I feel like it's going to be a little bit more streamlined, and they'll be able to look at it at a glance. Feel free to reach out to me and I can go over it with you. We're hoping to start rolling it out even now if there are some opportunities that you would like to participate in. We're ready, willing, and able to do it this year, but for sure we want to start this in September. The schools usually look at these calendars in June or July so that they can set up their calendars for the following year. So, and if you have any questions or regarding the new calendar, please feel free to reach out to me and I can go over it with you. We're hoping to start rolling it out even now if there are some opportunities that you would like to participate in. We're ready, willing, and able to do it this year, but for sure we want to start this in September. The schools usually look at these calendars in June or July so that they can set up their calendars for the following year. So,
Lisa, I think what's really intriguing from the school standpoint is I really appreciate WCEDA's support in trying to create these relationships and this real connective tissue between the employers and the schools.
mhm.
Having a strong network in the state of Wisconsin and talking to other colleagues, whether it's through M7, the Metro Milwaukee Area Chamber, or other Waukesha County Business Alliance, breaking down some of those, breaking down some of the challenges on how to connect is really important. Can you elaborate a little bit on the opportunities, just so because I received this question, what are some examples of experiences employers could offer?
Okay, say that we're going to be doing a teacher experience. So the teachers would come in, we would have a schedule set up for them. So they would come in possibly and have like, a brief breakfast, and they would get an overview of the company. And then they would tour the different areas of the business. And at the end, they would have question and answer type period where they can ask questions. We're going to have a set of questions that they would be interested in asking, and they can also ask their own
Got it.
questions. So it's going to be something, like that, where they can take the information back. I also wanted to say that we put in all of the details into this calendar. So basically all you have to fill out is the application, and we put all of the details into the calendar. So you don't have to worry about that. We do all of that for you, and you can sign up as many times as possible for as many career experiences that you'd like to do. So, I
Great,
mean,
thank you.
one may be a business opportunity, and another one may be at a construction site, or at a site somewhere else. So you can sign up for multiple experiences if you'd like.
I would just chime in too. Sometimes there's some value in, these different businesses coming in to speak at, career panels and those types of things to the schools for a number of reasons, but one could be that now the kid goes home and talks to the parents about a local company. They thought it was really interesting. But the other thing is, there's so many people don't realize, let's say if you're a manufacturer, for instance, but they need maintenance people, and they need marketers, and there's a bunch of different, they need IT, and just a bunch of different things too. So I think it can be helpful if an employer is willing to come in and participate in those types of things as well, just so they can share all the different career opportunities and advancement opportunities that are close to home here. So
From a school standpoint, I think this is great, Lisa. Well done. This is awesome.
Thanks.
I guess I just want to thank everybody for being here and thank our school partners. Really, encourage everybody to kind of utilize, like Lisa said, this new career model calendar, also the jobs board, consider some of the youth apprenticeships. Just reach out to us if there's any way that we can help, not only with the youth, but in other ways as well. All right, have a good day.